Welcome friends to Grow Rich Radio Channel. Today we're diving into a deep well of wisdom, the 48 Laws of Power. This is a book that has intrigued and inspired millions worldwide, penned by the brilliant mind of Robert Greene. It lays out 48 laws that guide us in understanding the subtle yet potent game of power and influence. This book is not just a guide, it's a journey through the annals of history, a comprehensive exploration of power dynamics that have shaped the world we live in today. We're here to provide you with a concise summary of these 48 laws, a distilled version of the wisdom, a quick guide to help you navigate the complex terrains of power and influence. So sit back, relax. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Prepare to uncover the secrets of power and influence that have shaped history. We begin our journey with the first 5 laws. Law 1, never outshine the master. This law is about understanding the dynamics of power in relationships. Just imagine you're at a party with your boss and you're telling an incredibly funny story. The crowd is laughing, but your boss isn't. He's feeling outshone. So remember, always let your superiors feel superior. Moving on to Law 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. It's a bit Machiavellian, isn't it? But it's not about being distrustful or manipulative. It's about understanding human nature. Friends often become complacent and take us for granted, while enemies, or those we perceive as such, are more likely to be on their toes around us, potentially proving more useful. The third law is conceal your intentions. Sound sneaky? Well, it's more about not giving everything away. It's like playing poker. If you reveal your hand too early, you lose the game. The same goes for life and power. Keep your cards close to your chest. Law 4, always say less than necessary. This law is about the power of silence and mystery. Think about it. The most intriguing people are often those who don't disclose everything about themselves. They say less, and in doing so they create a sense of intrigue and mystery, which is a form of power. And finally, Law 5, so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is like a precious jewel. Once damaged, it's hard to restore its original shine, so guard your reputation fiercely. It's your most valuable asset. As we see, power is not just about strength, it's about strategy. Scene script. Moving forward, laws 6 to 10 reveal more intriguing aspects of power. Law 6, court attention at all cost. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Do not let yourself get lost in the crowd then, or buried in oblivion. Stand out, be conspicuous at all cost. For example, consider the story of P.T. Barnum, the master showman of the 19th century, who courted attention with his audacious publicity stunts. His fame and influence were a testament to the power of this law. Law 7, let others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. Think about Thomas Edison, who was known to take credit for inventions that were primarily developed by his assistants. Law 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. If it is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack This is the game of chess played out in real life. Law 9, win through your actions, never through argument. Any momentary triumph you think gain through argument is really a Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up is stronger and lasts longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. And finally, Law 10, infection, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You can die from someone else's misery. Emotional states are as infectious as diseases. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. Power, it appears, is also a game of perception. Let's delve deeper into the mechanisms of power with laws 11 to 15. Law 11 is about keeping people dependent on you to maintain your power. You need people to need you. This is not about manipulation, but more about creating a situation where your skills, knowledge, or abilities are invaluable. You become the go-to person, the one they can't do without. Moving on to Law 12, it teaches us to use selective honesty and generosity to disarm our opponents. It's about revealing just enough truth or kindness to put others off guard. This doesn't mean you should be dishonest or unkind, but rather understand the strategic value of these qualities. Law 13 is about asking for help. This may sound counterintuitive to the pursuit of power, but it's not. When you ask for advice, you are not showing weakness, but rather you're showing respect for the other person's knowledge and experience. It makes them feel valued, and in turn, they're more likely to support you. Law 14 is about posing as a friend, but working as a spy. Now, this doesn't mean you should go around spying on your friends. Rather, it's about understanding people's motivations, their desires, and their weaknesses. It's about being observant and understanding human nature. Finally, Law 15 is about crushing your enemy completely. This may sound harsh, but in the context of power dynamics, it's about not leaving any room for future threats. It's about ensuring that once a conflict is resolved, it stays resolved. To summarize, these laws teach us about the value of dependence, the strategic use of honesty and generosity, the power of asking for help, the need for understanding human nature, and the importance of resolving conflicts completely. Remember, these laws are not about being ruthless or manipulative. They are about understanding power dynamics and how to navigate them effectively. Power then demands not just action, but also patience. Scene script. Next up, laws 16 to 20. We begin with Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. This law teaches us that scarcity creates value, just like a rare gemstone as more valuable. Because it is hard to find, your presence is more impactful when it's not readily available. Take a sabbatical, go on a long trip, or simply maintain a low profile for a while. When you return, people will appreciate your presence. More on to Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. This doesn't mean you should be cruel or capricious. Instead, it advises us to avoid being too predictable. When people can't predict your next move, they are more likely to respect your power and less likely to challenge it. Think of a chess master constantly keeping their opponent guessing. Next, Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. While it may seem logical to wall yourself off from potential threats, this can lead to isolation, and isolation can be your downfall. It's better to build alliances, foster relationships, and stay connected with the world around you. Law 19 instructs us to know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. It's crucial to understand the people around you. Be aware of their sensitivities, their strengths, and their weaknesses. You never know who might become a powerful ally or a dangerous enemy finally. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. This law isn't suggesting you become a loner or a hermit. Instead, it's about maintaining your independence. By not committing to anyone, you keep your options open and avoid being manipulated or controlled. In the realm of power, information is as valuable as gold. Let's uncover more secrets of power with laws 21 to 25. Starting with Law 21, it advises us to play a sucker to catch a sucker, suggesting that appearing less intelligent than you are can often give you an upper hand. It's a compelling strategy, isn't it? By making others feel smarter, you create a sense of superiority in them, allowing you to manipulate the game from behind the scenes. Then we move on to Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Counterintuitive, perhaps, but remember, when you're weaker, never fight just for the sake of it. Surrender, bide your time, and turn the tables when your opponents least expect it. Law 23. Always concentrate your forces. Concentration intensifies your power, just like the sun's rays, igniting a piece of paper. When focused, your energies, when concentrated, can accomplish great feats. Next up, Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. The idea here is to be a master of social intricacies. Be polite, be charming, but also be adaptable. Know when to flatter, when to remain silent, and when to voice your opinions. It's all about the balance of power and politics finally. Law 25. Recreate yourself. You are the artist of your own life. Don't be afraid to discard your past and create a new identity that rises above the ordinary. Your power lies in the person you choose to be, not the person you were born. As in summary, these laws remind us that power is not just about strength or authority. It's about understanding strategy and adaptability. It's about knowing when to show your cards and when to hold them close. It's about recognizing that every situation is a chessboard, and every move you make can either bring you closer to checkmate or leave your king exposed. Thus, power also requires a keen understanding of human nature. Continuing on, we explore laws 26 to 30. Let's delve into the intriguing world of power dynamics, beginning with Law 26. Keep your hands clean. This law suggests maintaining a spotless reputation by having others do the dirty work for you. Consider the chess master who moves pieces on a board untouched by the chaos of the battlefield. Next, we have Law 27. Play on people's need to believe. This law capitalizes on the human need for faith and belief. It's like the magician who enchants the audience with an illusion, making them believe in the impossible. Now, Law 28. Enter action with boldness. If you're entering the field of action, do so with audacity. Think of it as a lion charging into a hunt, fearless and decisive, leaving no room for doubt. We move on to Law 29, plan all the way to the end. This law is about strategic foresight. It's akin to a seasoned navigator, charting a course, considering every possible obstacle, and planning for it meticulously. Finally, Law 30, make your accomplishments seem effortless. This law advises to conceal the sweat and toil behind your success. It's like the swan that appears to glide smoothly on water, while its feet paddle furiously beneath the surface. These laws, each unique, collectively paint a picture of power that is multifaceted and complex. They remind us that power isn't just about what we do as individuals. It's also about how we interact with others and the world around us. Power, as it turns out, is about more than just individual actions. It's also about the dynamics of group. Well, friends, we've just skimmed the surface of the 48 laws of power. In the past quarter of an hour, we've embarked on a fascinating journey, exploring the bare bones of 30 of the 48 laws outlined by Robert Greene. We've delved into the realms of power manipulation and strategic thinking, shedding light on the often unspoken rules that govern our interactions in society, politics, and even our personal relationships. We began this journey by discussing the importance of never outshining the master, a law that reminds us to remain tactful and considerate of those in positions of power. Along the way, we've examined the significance of concealing our intentions, always saying less than necessary, and so much more. Each law, with its unique wisdom, serves as a tool for navigating the complex dynamics of power that exist in every facet of life. However, bear in mind that these laws are not to be used to manipulate others maliciously, but rather to understand and navigate the world more effectively, maintaining your power and influence. But remember, this video merely scratches the surface. To truly grasp the depth and nuances of each law, to appreciate the historical examples, and to understand the intricate interplay between these laws, I highly encourage you to read the book in its entirety. Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is not just a book. It's a seminal guide to understanding and wielding power effectively. So friends, continue to explore, learn, and grow. Embrace the laws of power. Use them wisely. And remember, power is not about domination, but about understanding, strategy, and effective communication. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, stay powerful.